In this gloomy and dark weather, it's time to tackle a redesign of the brightest fairy of all, Stella. Hi, my name is Margarita and I'm a professional concept artist. I design characters, props, and environments and lots of other stuff for kids' cartoons. Welcome to part 3 of the Winx Redesign series, where I take the original and new look of the fairies and try to find a middle ground between them while adding a bit of my own touch to it. And if you're new, you're in luck, as I have previously made Bloom and Flora and there is a playlist where you can check out. But like after this video, okay? Stella was a very well requested character by poll and in the comments, and finally we get to design her. I'm super excited. She is a character I started to appreciate only after watching the show in the more grown-up age. I just love her sassy jokes and comments. Being the fashion icon of the original cartoon, looking at her new fairy outfit, it's making me a little sad. Especially I'm not a huge fan of the Winx. In my opinion, they're looking a little too busy and too bulky. There's just too many details compared to the fairy outfit. I'm planning to return Stella her sass and glow, and as well bring some more blue elements into her design. So get yourself something warm to drink and let's get started. As always, I begin by sketching a base pose and start working on the first option. Her hair is a mix of original bangs and a hairband and reboots blonde hair. For all the options, I decided to give Stella these like loose curls, as I feel like she would most likely of all the girls be rocking that hairstyle. It gives her this princess-like appearance. Her costume is mostly inspired by the original one, but I am bringing the diagonal line elements from the reboot. It seems like a common thing in the 2025 redesigns to have these like stripes, line elements in the costumes. Multiple fairies have them. So we can try to implement them in our version as well. I added a bit more asymmetry by giving her different length gloves and complete the look with boots. Like in some previous designs, I break the silhouette by making them loose at the top. When you break the silhouette of the character, it gives more visual interest. And of course, she gets her fairy wings. For the second option, she gets her new straight bangs and little hair twists, as well as her absolutely iconic low ponytails. I also give her sun and moon earrings. Her outfit is heavily inspired by her 2025 look this time, but I changed the top to a triangle cut at the bottom and a high neck to imitate the official design. She gets high platform boots with some star elements and shorter wrist gloves, as well as some simple butterfly-looking wings. For the third option, I decided to explore no bangs on Stella. We see her rock this kind of hairstyle later in the seasons, and I think it just looks great on her. And also this time I gave her high pigtails. Her costume is somewhat of a bodysuit with high-waisted shorts and an Enchantrix looking top with some crisscross straps across the midsection. Lastly, I give her her short high-heel boots and long wrist covers before finishing up with her moon-inspired wings. And now let's move to coloring. I'm using a lot of oranges as both the original and the reboots are heavily leaning into them, but I'm also introducing a lot of blue. I think this makes a lot of sense since she's a fairy of sun and moon. As the reboot and some later transformations have some pinks in the outfits, I also experiment with them here, trying to see where they might look best. For the last option, I tried to go wild with the hair again and tried this much lighter blonde on her. I think she looks absolutely adorable, but she kept reminding me of Sailor Moon, especially with the sun and moon earrings. I know Winx were inspired by celebrities, but is there any chance Stella was inspired by Sailor Moon? I feel like that's totally possible. Let me know if you know something about that. As a last minute detail, I added crisscross straps around one of her legs, and now ready to present my final options to you. Which option did you like most? Let me know in the comments. I really struggled to pick the final version this time. I really liked the first one, I loved the last one. However, the first one was a little too much like the original, and the last one was a little too much out there with the costume and hair, so I had to do a lot of mix matching, recoloring to get the final option that I was finally happy with. I usually cut this part from the videos of me just mixing and matching and overlapping, but if you would like to see something like that, let me know and I'll include it next time. While the reboot has a consistent detail of stripes, looking at my previous designs of Bloom and Flora, it seems like I also unintentionally started having two consistent elements, which are the colorful hair strands and the semi-transparent clothes elements. So of course I had to add that to Stella as well. After adding lots and lots of sparkles and the final shading, her design is finally complete. What do you think? Hopefully you like this look for Stella, but of course please let me know which elements you would do differently. For the next fairy, I've seen a lot of comments and requests to do Aisha or Musa, so to break the tie, please go to my channel and vote for your favorite fairy. As I'm preparing something very special for you for Halloween, a true scary video Winx related, the next few videos are gonna be a little Monster High and other series related, so please show them some love as well, as I'm working hard on preparing a special video for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed watching my process of creating Stella. If you liked it, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!